to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and it's ladies' night. All right, we're talking about cuffing season here tonight. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about getting nice and cozy with your boo. But before you do that, you gotta find out if they've ever been in cuffs, and not bedroom cuffs. I'm talking about jailhouse cuffs. Oh, yeah, I'm saying too much. I need a drink. And I've got Miss Shay Edge here from the Savoy with a very festive cocktail. What is this, darling?
This drink is called the Frankenstein.
Ooh.
It will be Branson-based with Midori lemonade and a splash of some syrup.
Oh, I love that. You're gonna show me how to make this later, right?
No, we'll be making something different later.
Oh, okay. Lots of questions coming up, and that's why we do background checks, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you don't do them? You better start. We're gonna talk to the ladies about it first, and then we're bringing in a professional. So, let's get into it.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
All right, let's talk to these ladies about how they approach finding their partner in crime, shall we? We've got friends back on the couch. We've got Mary Dean in the building. Hey, hey, hey. And we've got Holly Cotton back looking cozy as ever. All right, ladies, are we still single? I invited y'all because y'all are out here in these streets trying to find a partner. Yeah? Or are y'all happily single and staying away from these fellas?
Oh, I'm out here dating.
Okay, we date.
Yes.
Oh, I'm looking.
Okay.
Yes. Happily single. That's the best way to phrase it.
Okay.
Yes.
So how are we looking for our partners in crime? Where are we searching?
Good question. I'm not searching. They search for me.
Oh!
So they find me usually. I'm just saying. So I don't go. I don't go looking, but you know, I mean.
Do you get set up, or do you go out and men approach you?
That's usually it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Mary,
Yeah,
what about you, darling?
I go out. I try to put myself out in the world, but I also, you know, do a little bit of the dating apps. I kind of go back and forth.
Okay. And how do you feel about who they are and what they could be hiding? Do you care about, you know, their history?
Heck yes.
Oh. Really?
Right.
Very much so.
I did a lot to make me Holly Cotton. I'm not about to let you ruin it with your criminal background or your history
Your
or
wife at home.
Yeah, the sexual
10
assault,
kids.
whatever. Yeah, no.
Okay, so
no.
what steps do you take to protect Mary Dean and Holly Cotton?
Well, now I feel like I'm not taking enough steps.
Oh.
Because
What do you do? No, tell me
Yeah.
what you actually do.
Well, first I try to have engaging dialogue. Then, you know, I'm like, oh, hey, shoot me a message on my business account, which is my social media. So Instagram, now you follow me. Now that gives me open segue to go look at your Instagram, kind of see what you got going on. Do you have a job that you go to regularly? How many kids are there? Go look a couple of weeks back, you know. So, you know, what are you posting on your stories? So Instagram, honestly, is
where you go digging.
Yes.
Mary, what about you?
I dig on Instagram, but I do the background checks. I'm a background check queen.
Tell me more. So I have a friend who said that she did background checks, and I was like, you are crazy. But I haven't been dating in a long time.
Oh,
so
I do the background checks.
Why did you start?
Because my sister made me. You know?
Gun to your head and was like, look them up.
But how invested are you in it before you do a background check? Like, I'm assuming that means we're now in a committed relationship. Now it's time for a like, are you immediately at the very beginning starting?
Great question.
Yes.
Okay.
You know why? Because I have had a situation where you don't know that someone is married and they don't tell you, and then you do start looking. Now you say, I like this person. Let me now start to do a little bit of research, and now your heart's broken. So I you know, I come out the gate, they ID at the club, I ID at the front door. So
Do you inform them that you're going to do a background check?
yes.
That sounded a lot like a no.
Well,
ladies
you
and
know, I
gentlemen.
do. Well, once I get your driver's license, pretty much everybody assumes you're gonna look me
What
up.
kind of dates are you going on? Like, I don't see any personal information forever. I don't.
Do you ask for the ID at the
do.
gate? And do men willingly give it to you, or are they,
They
like,
do.
why are you
Well,
asking
you know,
for my
I may have
ID?
had one or two people be like, I'm not giving you that. And if once I've had pushback, I'll exchange my driver's license. I'm an attorney, so I don't get the privilege of hiding in the shadows. You get to Google me. I got the State Bar of Texas, State Bar of New York. So I don't get the opportunity to say, I'm not going to show you who I am. I'm not going to tell you my name. No, just you get to see my bar card, my face, my office address. You see all of that information is public. So I feel like you're gonna be public too, to me at least.
So how do you feel about someone background checking you?
It's public.
So you're fine with it, Holly?
No. So first of all,
Don't be looking.
I like, or that's why I said for me, social media is a good sort of first initiation, because one, I don't even know if I like you enough to invest in you that much. So I'd rather us date, you tell me your stories, tell me your childhood stuff, and then if it got to something serious where I felt that I needed that, but I feel like that takes away all of the fun part, because I love to date. I love to hear your stories. I love to know who you are. I love to know your personality. So I feel like it's almost an invasion of privacy to run a background check. And then I definitely don't like that either. Like the other, probably like 2 months ago, I felt so violated. Someone went and I got a notification on Instagram. They liked my very first picture on Instagram. And I said, oh my gosh, they must have gone through, because I have like 8 million posts. So I'm like, how? I feel violated because you went like 12 years down my timeline to find out who I was. So I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of invasion of
All right, well,
privacy.
I've got a professional who's coming on,
Okay.
who's going to talk to us about how important it is to do a background check. So you stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been having a ladies' night talking about whether or not you background check a potential partner. And now we've got a professional in the building. We've got Tom Norris joining us, and you are the COO, Chief Operating Officer of Priority Protection and Investigations.
Yes, ma'am.
And you've been listening to Mary Dean and Holly Cotton talk about how they look into their dates. Mary Dean does do background checks. Holly, she's like, later on, maybe date 6 or 7, when it's starting to get serious, maybe she'll consider a background check. Have you actually ever done a background check?
Never.
Never. Okay. What are your thoughts on what the ladies had to say?
Everybody has to do what they feel comfortable with. The fact is that social media, people present their best selves. And that's what you're going to see on social media. Nobody's putting the bad stuff on social media. Nobody's talking about their problems, the number of times they've been sued, the number of evictions they have, the last time they got charged with a crime, the fact they don't have a valid driver's license at 35. You know? These are things they don't talk about.
Wait, okay. So
These are things you'll find in the background checks. It's more than just the criminal. There's a whole picture you have to put together to understand and see where a person's at.
So when someone comes to you, is that your main thing that you provide at Priority Protection and
Actually,
Investigation?
this was a very small part of our business. The biggest part of our business is uniformed security officers.
Okay.
And this is just something we added as an add-on service, and it's just grown exponentially over the years.
Oh, people are coming to you like, hey, look up this guy, look up this girl.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, what is the craziest thing you have found in a background check for someone?
So somebody, she called, she'd used this before, so she called, she says, hey, I met this guy, I've been dating him for about a month, I really like him. I said, oh, okay, cool, tell me about him. So she tells me about him. I said, all right, no problem. So she sends me a picture of his driver's license. I run the background check. I said, you know he's married, right? No, he's not married. No, he's married. He's married. His wife's in the Army. She's deployed overseas right now. I was able to track her down.
No!
And she's like, I spent the night at his house. I said, that house they bought 3 months ago? I said, it's in both their names? Well, he said that they're divorced. They're not divorced. And there was no divorce records anywhere in the country for them.
What?
So that's one of the craziest ones I found.
So are people typically looking for, are they expecting like criminal activity? Are they expecting
do.
to find?
And I have to tell them, I was like, okay, this guy's 35 and he got in trouble when he was 20 for, a PI or a minor possession, or he has a minor marijuana charge from when he was in his early 20s, but he's grown now and he hasn't been in any trouble. That's not something I'd worry about. The things I worry about are things that indicate violence, assaults, terroristic threats, those kind of things start setting off red flags.
So do you ever insert yourself and advise, or do you just present the background check? Do you say like,
I'll present
run
it.
away?
I will say that.
You will
quickly.
say run away.
I will tell him, I believe this guy could be dangerous.
I love that. Thank you. Baby, you doing some good work, okay?
Doing the Lord's
I was
work.
trying to cheers you, but that drink is way too low. You are doing some good work, darling. All right, I actually have a letter from a nearby jail, and I'm going to read it to you, ladies.
Ooh, okay.
And I want to hear everyone's opinion, all right? You stay right there, because coming up next, we're going to read some jail mail. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been discussing dating and background checks. We've got Tom Norris, Mary Dean, and Holly Cotton who've been discussing. And listen, I think it's a perfect opportunity to bring out some jail mail. How are you, pretty woman? I'm writing you now because the inmates in here, shout out Galveston County Jail, that watch your show have a suggestion. Can you have a show about, could a female deal with a man that's incarcerated? Or could they have a jail relationship? Ask, can a person's past incarceration be a problem with being with a woman depending on what it was for? Like if a male admitted he was in jail before, would that be a problem getting to know a woman better? We think it would be a good topic because you have women that can miss a good man or a successful man because of his past. Well, thanks for reading this. Excuse my handwriting, I'm writing in the dark. Love your show, King Watts. Thank you, King Watts. Thank you, Galveston County Jail inmates. Ladies, what are your thoughts? There were several questions.
Ain't no love after lockup over here.
I was going to say, obviously there are women that will because they have a whole show about it.
Uh-huh.
Loneliness is rough.
Okay, no, Tom,
And
talk to me.
I've seen very good men and women, because they're lonely, overlook things that they shouldn't. Bad signs. And I'm not saying a man can change. A man, woman, people make mistakes. We're humans.
Yes.
And so, for me, I would think, what have they done since this has happened? And there's certain things that I'll never get past. You know,
Give me examples of something you would say
anything
to.
if it was a client, I'd say, okay, he has a theft case from when he was 22, 23, and he's 40 now. And you know what? He hasn't been in trouble since. But he's got this professional license, he's done this and that, and he owns a house, and he hasn't had any trouble.
I'm going to pause you, ladies. Would that be a problem?
No.
It's been 18 years.
Yeah, no, I'm with him on that.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, same. We're all dumb.
We're
young
dumb
adults.
at some point. Okay.
But I've got somebody who's touched a child's no-no spot.
Oh,
there's
no
coming back from that.
No coming back from that.
And single parents, men and women, because I was a single man with 2 kids when my wife met me. And I was very particular who I was going to bring my children around.
As you should.
I think we dated for over a year before she met my children.
Wow.
And I would be very particular about who I brought around my children. And so those parents need to be extra vigilant of who you're bringing around your children.
For sure.
For sure. And there are some things that, there's no coming back from. This guy has a whole string of violent charges.
Oh, hell no.
He's just violent. He is who he is. And the general rule of thumb in looking at backgrounds for criminal side is by the time they're 30, they are who they are. That's it. By the time you're 30, as a man, you are who you are. And if you're getting trouble after 30, then that's just who you are. And I've never had that theory proven wrong.
Oh. Ladies, would you have a jail relationship?
No.
Let's say you were in a relationship with someone and they did something dumb and then they went to jail. You would end it?
Still, I'm not holding you down. I'm sorry.
You ain't becoming pen pals with nobody.
At all.
Not sending no photos.
We'll be friends when you get out.
You have to be
Welcome home.
getting arrested for Martin Luther King activity,
Yeah,
Malcolm
okay.
X activity, for me to stay
Gotcha.
and hold you down.
Okay.
You have to be fighting the power that be. If you're not, and you're fighting little old Miss B, I can't do nothing with that.
What about like a white collar crime?
Oh, you're going to the feds? I could tolerate a feds. I could. I'll hold down the mansion while you're taking the time for the team. I love it. Yes, that one. Yes.
White collar, yes.
I don't know. I can't say that because
He just embezzled a little bit company money.
And wrong, no big deal.
He didn't touch a hoo-ha.
Again.
No
Not
spot.
again. Come on, Tom. Set us straight.
He is who he is. If at 45, 50 he's catching an embezzlement case, he's just a crook-out thief who happened to get caught later in life.
But you're getting the benefits of the coins, darling.
No, you aren't. The feds season everything.
They season everything?
Everything.
That's why you
First
don't
episode
marry
of
them.
Schitt's
That's
Creek.
why you keep two separate accounts, two separate households, no legalities of marriage. I got my own stuff. So
Okay.
I'm just
All right,
saying.
Tom, for the men and women at home who are dating, what is your recommendation for really setting a protection for themselves? Like, do they need to be doing background checks out the gate, or should they wait a couple dates?
It's not cheap to do background checks. It's not horribly expensive, but it's not cheap. But what you want to do is have your first meetings, your first few meetings should be in a public place. Each person provides their own transportation to and from. Watch the amount of your alcohol intake. Do not let yourself be put in a compromising position. And then once things start going, you think, okay, let's start getting more serious. You know, you can start making your own judgments there. But I would definitely say before there's a point where you're going on an overnight trip, or there's you know, an overnight stay,
Do a background check.
I would. And before I would allow anybody into my home.
Oh, or meeting them kids. All right, I love it.
for
Thank you
sure,
so
meeting the
much,
kids.
Tom and ladies. You already know what to do. Background checks, not out the gate. All right, you can wait a little bit, Mary.
Well, I
Date
wait
number
till,
3,
Well,
I
by
mean-
the time I feel like once you go to someone's home, or they come to your home, or you start getting into people's cars, that's the moment that you start to exchange information, because you can get abducted. You could be inviting a stranger, stranger danger into your home, or you could be walking into a nefarious situation. So you want to, at that point, public meetings, public outings. You know, I'm not putting myself in any danger.
Yeah, let's stay away from the danger. You know where we need to meet? We need to meet at the Savoy. Okay, darling. Let's get some couple cocktails there, get to know each other. I'm gonna come in my Uber, you gonna come in your Uber, and I'm going to my Jokers and you going to your Jokers. All right, coming up next, I'm heading behind the bar because I gotta learn how to make not the Frankenstein, but another Frankenstein. You stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. I'm behind the bar now, baby, because you got to be meeting at the Savoy, a public place, when you are dating, okay? All right, we've got Miss Shay Edge here, bartender who gave us a wonderful Frankenstein, and we've got Marcus Mackey, manager at the Savoy, and you're here to do what? Back that up! Yes. Okay, Miss Shay, I love the Frankenstein. I finished it. My empty glass is over there. You said we're not making that, but we're making something else.
Yes, we're going to be making a hocus pocus margarita.
Ooh, margarita with a twist.
Yes, it's tequila based, 818 reposado with peach schnapps, triple sec, wild grape, simple syrup, and lemonade.
Okay, no, yeah, please make that for me, because I want to know this peach and grape combo. That sounds delicious. Okay, Marcus, the Savoy's going all out for Halloween. Obviously,
Yes,
y'all
we are.
came in your pirate wear. So is
Yes.
everybody behind the bar dressed up and ready
Everybody
to go?
in the building. We're selling to the Savoy.
Okay,
That's our theme.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. All right, we got a sale there.
Yeah, you
Okay,
got
so
to.
what are y'all doing for Halloween?
We got 6 offerings of great Halloween drinks that we're coming up with. We also have free food for the kids on Halloween from 4 to 7. And we also have a $5,000 Halloween costume contest
That day on Halloween?
on Halloween.
I'm so. Did you say 5 with 3 zeros?
$5,000.
What am I doing on Halloween? I'm going to the Savoy. $5,000?
Yeah.
What? Okay, and free food for the family.
For the
so
kids,
isn't-
for the kids,
For the
4 to
kids.
7,
He
4
said,
to
hold
7.
up, for the kids, not the adults. I'm getting ahead of myself. Amazing. Okay, so are the Halloween cocktails available?
They're also on happy hour, and we're also taking an additional $2 off for the Halloween happy hour drinks. Yes.
Baby, we just having a good time. Here.
Oh,
And
yeah.
It's purple.
Yeah.
We went from green to purple. Oh, y'all really just kept Halloween through and through.
Can you pass me that lemonade, Mac? Top it off.
A little sprinkle. Razzle dazzle. All right, let me see. Ooh, and look at these thirsty folks walking up. They want a little bit of this. All right, cheers to you, darling. All right, don't worry, I'm gonna sip it and then you guys can have some. Listen. No, that's good. All right, listen. Cheers to you. Do your background checks on date maybe 6 or something before you go to anybody's house. Don't be spending the night without a background check. All right. See you guys next time. Stay safe.